I changed my life in 6 months. Here's the exact plan you can follow. 6 months ago, my life felt heavy. I woke up tired, I went to bed tired. My days looked the same. My dreams stayed far away. I was busy, but not moving forward. I was active, but not alive. I knew something had to change, but I did not know where to start. Then I understood one truth. Nothing changes until you decide. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. This is not a story about luck. This is not a story about talent. This is a story about a simple plan. A plan anyone can follow, even a total beginner. I changed my life in 6 months. Not perfectly, not easily, but honestly. If you feel lost, this is for you. If you feel tired of starting over, this is for you. If you want a real plan, this is for you. Let me take you to the beginning. The first step was not action. The first step was a decision. I stopped waiting. I stopped hoping for motivation. I stopped blaming time, people, and luck. I said one sentence to myself: my life will change because I choose to change it. That sentence was small, but it was powerful. Most people wait for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment never comes. Winners create the moment. I was not confident. I was not strong. I was not ready. I started anyway. This is where you start too. Before goals, before habits, before success. You start with your reason. I asked myself one question: why do I want to change my life? I did not rush the answer. I sat with it. I wrote it down. My answer was simple. I was tired of being disappointed in myself. Maybe your reason is different. Maybe you want confidence. Maybe you want freedom. Maybe you want to prove something to yourself. There is no wrong answer, but there must be an honest one. Your reason is your fuel. Without fuel, you stop. I wrote my reason on paper. I put it where I could see it, every day. Some days were hard. Some days I wanted to quit. My reason pulled me back. Now comes the foundation. You cannot build a tall house on weak ground. Life works the same way. Month 1 is about building the base. Not results, not money, not fame. You build yourself first. I started with my mind. I looked at my daily life. I asked another question: what is stealing my time and energy? The answer was clear. Too much scrolling, too much noise, too many opinions, too many people who complained. None of them helped me grow. I did not delete everything. I did not run away from the world. I reduced the noise. I removed one app. I limited my screen time. I stopped late-night videos. That alone gave me space. Space to think. Space to breathe. Then I changed my mornings. I did not wake up at 5 a.m. I did not become extreme. I woke up 30 minutes earlier. Just 30 minutes. Those minutes became sacred. In the morning, the world is quiet. No messages, no demands. I used that time for myself. Sometimes I sat in silence. Sometimes I stretched my body. Sometimes I wrote a few lines. That quiet time changed my days. I felt in control. I felt calm. If you wake up at 8, wake up at 7:30. That is enough. You do not need to be a hero. You need to be consistent. Then I started writing. Every day, 5 to 10 minutes. I wrote my thoughts. I wrote my fears. I wrote my dreams. I did not try to sound smart. I did not judge my words. Writing made my mind clear. I could see patterns. I could see problems. I could see progress. Each day I wrote 3 things. One thing I was grateful for. One thing I learned. One thing I would do tomorrow. This habit was small, but it was powerful. I began to understand myself. Next, I moved my body. Not to look perfect, not to compete. I moved to feel alive. I walked. I stretched. I did simple exercises at home. 15 to 20 minutes a day. Movement cleared my mind. My stress went down. My energy went up. A healthy body supports a strong mind. Then I built routines, not strict schedules, simple rhythms. In the morning, wake up earlier, drink water, move a little, write a little, read one page. In the evening, reflect on the day, write one lesson, prepare for tomorrow, turn off screens, sleep at the same time. These routines were not exciting, but they were steady. Steady wins. Some days I failed. Some days I skipped. I did not quit. I remembered this truth. Success is many small steps. Month 1 was not dramatic, but I felt different. More calm, more aware, more present. I was becoming someone new. You do not need to change everything. You need to change a few things daily. If you do this for 30 days, you will feel it. Not outside, inside. And that is where real change begins. This was my foundation. This is your foundation too. In the next part, everything builds on this. You will learn how discipline changes your identity. You will learn how habits create confidence. For now, remember this. You do not need motivation. You need a reason. You do not need perfection. You need consistency. You do not need to be ready. You need to start. This is only the beginning. Part 2. Discipline and Focus. When month 2 began, I felt proud. I had started. I had survived the first month. But pride is not enough. Motivation is not enough. This is where most people stop. They feel good. Then they relax. Then they return to old habits. I did not want that life again. I learned a hard truth. Motivation is a guest. It comes and goes. Discipline is a muscle. You must train it. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It means doing what matters, even when you do not feel like it. Month 2 was about discipline. Month 3 was about focus. Together, they changed everything. Let us start with discipline. I did not try to change my whole life. I chose 3 habits. One for the mind, one for the body, one for my future. 3 habits only. For the mind, I read every day. 10 pages, no more. I chose simple books, books that inspired me, books that taught me. Some days I was tired. I still read. Even 2 pages counted. Reading trained my focus. It gave me new ideas. It gave me hope. For the body, I moved daily. Not extreme, not perfect. Walking, simple exercises, stretching. 20 minutes. When my body felt strong, my mind followed. For my future, I chose one action linked to my dream. Some days I studied a skill. Some days I worked on a project. Some days I saved money. It did not matter what. It mattered that I showed up. I tracked everything. I used a simple habit tracker, a calendar, a pen. Each day I finished my habits, I marked the day. That mark became powerful. I did not want to break the chain. When you see progress, you believe in yourself. I started to think differently. I am someone who finishes. I am someone who shows up. That belief was new. Then I learned to say no. This was hard. I said no to distractions. I said no to wasting time. I said no to things that did not help me grow. Saying no felt uncomfortable, but it felt strong. Every no protected my future. I stopped waiting to feel ready. Some days I felt lazy. Some days I felt bored. I did the habit anyway, even at 50%, because 50% is better than 0.
I learned something important. Consistency beats intensity. Small effort daily wins. Month 2 changed my confidence. Not because my life was perfect, because I trusted myself more. Then came month 3. Month 3 was focus. I had habits. I had discipline. Now I needed direction. I chose one goal. Not many, one. A goal that mattered. A goal that scared me. I wrote it down clearly. This goal became my priority. I broke it into weeks. 4 weeks. 4 simple steps. Each step was small. Each step was clear.
Big goals fail when they are unclear. I added my goal to my daily routine. I worked on it every day, even for 10 minutes. A little daily progress is powerful. Then I removed more distractions. I turned off notifications. I avoided useless conversations. I protected my time. Time is life. I learned deep focus. I used one simple method. 90 minutes of work, 30 minutes of rest. No phone, no messages, no excuses. Just work. At first, it was hard. My mind wanted to escape. I stayed. That is where growth happens. This focus changed my results. But results came slowly. This was the danger zone. This is where most people quit. They say it is not working. They stop too early. I remembered this truth. Success is delayed, not denied. Like a seed underground. Nothing shows at first, but growth is happening. I kept going. Some days were boring, some days were heavy. I did the work anyway. This built a new identity. I was no longer a starter, I was a finisher. By the end of month 3, I felt different again. More focused, more serious, more committed. I was not chasing everything, I was chasing one thing. That made me dangerous. If you master discipline and focus, you master life. Most people never do this. You are different now. In the next part, you will step outside your comfort zone. You will take bold action. You will create real results. But remember this, discipline is freedom. Focus is power. Keep going. The best part is coming. Part 3. Growth, Action, and Results. Month 4 began quietly. No fireworks, no big celebration. But something inside me had changed. I trusted myself. I showed up daily. I kept my promises. Now it was time to grow. Real growth is uncomfortable. It feels scary. It feels unfamiliar. Most people avoid this feeling. They stay safe. They stay small. I chose differently. I learned one rule. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. The comfort zone feels warm. It feels familiar. But nothing new grows there. So in month 4, I faced what I avoided. Not all at once, one step at a time. Each week, I did one uncomfortable thing. Sometimes I spoke up. Sometimes I shared my work. Sometimes I took responsibility. My heart beat faster. My mind resisted. I did it anyway. Fear did not disappear, but it became smaller. I also learned how to fail. Failure is not the enemy. Fear of failure is. When something did not work, I did not quit. I asked one question. What can I learn from this? Failure became feedback. That mindset changed everything. I also took care of my inner world. Growth is not only pushing, it is also healing. Each morning, I wrote 3 things I was grateful for. Small things, simple things. Gratitude changed my energy. I stopped attacking myself with words. I spoke kindly to myself. I encouraged myself. Your inner voice shapes your future. By the end of month 4, I felt braver. Not fearless, braver. Then came month 5. Month 5 was action. No more waiting, no more preparing. I launched. I shared my work. I applied. I reached out. It was not perfect. It was real. I remembered this truth. Done is better than perfect. I doubled my effort. More action, more energy, more urgency. Each morning, I asked one question. What is the most important action today? Then I did it. Some days were hard. Some days I felt pressure. Pressure means growth. I did not run. I pushed through. I controlled my environment. I avoided negativity. I followed people who inspired me. Energy is contagious. Month 5 was exhausting, but it was powerful. I was no longer dreaming. I was doing. Then came month 6. Month 6 was reflection. I slowed down. I looked back. I opened my journal. I saw my old thoughts, my old fears. I smiled. I was not the same person. I wrote answers to simple questions. What did I build? What habits stayed? What challenges did I overcome? The answers surprised me. I celebrated. Most people never celebrate. They rush ahead. Celebration builds confidence. Then I refined the plan. What worked? What did not? No judgment, only learning. I set a new goal. Because success is a system, not an event. I repeated the cycle. Foundation, discipline, focus, growth, action, reflection. This is how lives change. Not fast, but forever. I also shared my journey. Helping others helped me grow. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be honest. 6 months changed my life. Not because I was special, because I was consistent. You can do this too. Start today. Trust the process. Show up daily. Your future is waiting.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.